Some people are already aware, but others will only find out from the relevant issue of the video collection, that there is an exact negative of Naples extending beneath the whole historical city centre. Under each building there are cavities corresponding to the vertical extension above ground that were created in the extraction of the tuff stone used in their construction. All these cavities are joined via a network of channels which, up until the last century, made up the city's running water system. New areas are always being consolidated so that they can be visited with the aid of an authorised guide. Numerous examples of graffiti bear testimony to the use of these caverns as air raid shelters during the last war. However, it is curious that there is no graffiti dated before September 1943. The film shows how it was possible to draw water directly from inside the house or from the common courtyard areas, and illustrates the traditions of appointing people to see to the maintenance of the wells, each marked with that person's own sign or symbol. However, the most fascinating aspect of the Naples underground city is undeniably the stratification of settlements from the Greek and Roman ages, as can be seen under the Basilica of San Lorenzo Maggiore. The works involved in the recovery and restoration of the archaeological site are now almost completed and have enabled access to one of the lower terraces that characterise the natural slope of this area. This may actually have been the most important terrace, as during the Roman age it was the site of the food market, the meat market and the town square, and had already been used from the very beginning of the Greek settlement as the agora. The terrace has a rectangular base, 3 sides of which are visible, and presents a double row of enclosed areas covered with a vault. Originally, these will have been public offices or simply shops. The foundations of the city of Naples are characterized by 2 major features. The first regards the geology of the area, and in particular the tufa stone formations on which the city was built, while the second stems from the unique archaeological wealth lying underground. Exploring both these features proves just as enigmatic and exciting as visiting the overlying city, which has always defied description despite the many attempts made to understand and recount its true nature. Let us set off then on this new and truly incredible experience. The physico-chemical characteristics of tufa stone have resulted in the creation of an incredible abundance and variety of works beneath the city, including tunnels, passageways, quarries, tanks for fish breeding, necropolises, catacombs, reservoirs, warehouses, aqueducts and water distribution networks, defense systems and places for cult worship and ritual ceremonies. We also find hiding places, escape routes, and in more recent times, air raid shelters, ammunition dumps and tunnels used by trains, cars, trams, funicular railways, lifts and the municipal water network. There is even a 3,000-seat cinema, the Metropolitan, which is closed at present. There are just as many equally interesting archaeological features underground, often determined by the geological nature of the soil, and these give evidence of past civilizations, architecture, history and mythology, in addition to illustrating stories of a more mundane nature, which are nevertheless part of this underground world. San Lorenzo, the cathedral, the catacombs of St. Gennaro and St. Gaudiosus, the Fontanelle Cemetery, and the numerous crypts and tunnels which, along with modern-day plant systems such as the municipal water network, will act as milestones in our journey to the very core of the city of Naples. We aim to trace our way back to the city's origins and examine them from a historical point of view, following the guidelines laid down for us by the Neapolitan writer Domenico Rea, who described it as an investigation of the contrast between dark and light, between shade and sunshine, between noise and silence.